we talked about. But now that you have this proper end game, then you can do like Warren Buffett says, where do you want to be at 80? Then figure out to get there at 80, what did your life have to look like at 70? And then to be there at 70, what did your life have to look like at 60 and 50 and 40? And you move all the way back to your present age. That's how you should live life. So for you, you might want to add more end game goals. It's not just the funeral. That's the end. But you may have a goal, you want to have this much accomplished by this general age, vicinity, 40s, 50s, 30s, 20s, 80s, whatever that number be. And then you start thinking with this war, not battle mentality, not just generating. I can't tell you how many times I hire somebody or a new person comes in our internship or apprenticeship, and I ask them at the end of the day, what do you do? In fact, we just had hired this guy. I won't say his name. And he came pretty highly recommended. He wanted a fairly good starting salary. I kind of made the mistake of going on the recommendation of this other person when I should have just stick my normal program of how I hire people. And this guy comes in, and boy, every day he had a long list of things he had done. Because I always say there's only two kinds of friends you have. The first kind of friend, let's say you invite him to your birthday party, and I'm sure you can think and identify friends in both categories. The first friend doesn't show up to your party and the next day sends you an immense amount of apologies, excuses. Oh man, you wouldn't believe it. I was late at work, and then when I went out, the car got crashed and this and that and that, and then I was there and I was going to go to a party, but then my child's sick, so I had to stay at home coughing. And they were coughing, right? They have flurries of activity. Very few friends will say to you, I don't care about you. I'm not going to come to your birthday. The second friend is a war winner. They just show up at your party, always, maybe even a little bit earlier or definitely on time. Now, they're both living in the same universe as your first friend, who always has flurries of activity and reasons why they didn't do stuff. But the second friend is more of the mindset that I'm recommending you experiment. Just pick the end goal. Okay, decide yes or no. I'm going to go to the birthday party or I'm not. If you're not, don't try to walk the line. Just text them and say, I'd love to come to your party. I don't think I can make it. And I don't like to commit to stuff that I can't do. But if you do commit to it, just figure out how to get there. And what happens, we've talked about this before in this, the wall, landing the plane on the wall. Simply picking an end